A historic snowstorm is heading to the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the Ohio Valley this weekend, the likes of which we haven't seen in several years. We're going to dive into the specifics, including the latest on the snowstorm track, the timing of it, and the snowfall amounts you can expect. That's not it, folks. We have more winter storms heading into next week, into the first week of December, followed by Arctic cold air. So we got a lot to talk about in today's video, so stick with me. Subscribe to the channel. That is the best way to get my latest weather forecast videos and live streams as we cover Canada, the United States, and the tropics. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. That helps also to get as many people to watch as possible. With the more likes we get, sharing it as well, hyping it, I definitely appreciate that. You can also follow me on Facebook if you want quick, rapid fire, informative weather updates across the United States. We provide that to you there on my Facebook page. The link for that will be in the description down below the video and pinned to the top of the comment section below the video as well. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. Today is Friday, November 28, 2025. My name is Hunter, and let's get right here into the forecast. Our low pressure system is across Colorado right now, but this system is going to be deepening. And notice how far southeast it digs into the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma Panhandle. That means that this system is going to be picking up Gulf moisture and transporting it up there into the Midwest as that low pressure system moves across central Illinois Saturday evening and then getting into Michigan by the time we get into Sunday morning. So it's going to move southeast and then northeast, and that's going to pick up that Gulf moisture as we go into the weekend. Cold air source, the tropospheric polar vortex, is actually close by into the Hudson Bay of Canada, and that is a cold air source for our winter storm to grab that cold air, and plenty of snowfall will be residing with this system over the weekend. We got the blocking mechanism with the ridge of high pressure across the Northeast Pacific. You can see that north of Alaska and the Bering Strait all the way up to the North Pole. Literally, we have high pressure. So that is a perfect signal for lower pressure to the east of that, and that's exactly what we do see. Here's the cold air in Montana. We could be 32, 33 degrees below normal for our temperature anomalies this weekend. So plenty of cold air for this system to work with as we go through the next couple of days. And there's the moisture source, straight streamlines from the Gulf. And look at the PWatt values. These are your precipitable water anomalies of about 200 to 250% of normal. So plenty of anomalous moisture for this system to work with heading through Saturday and Sunday. So let's look at it here. The latest HRRR model here, the high resolution guidance this afternoon. That snowstorm is beginning to take shape across Montana, the Dakotas, even eastern Nebraska here at midday Friday. An arc of snow starting to develop there. A lot of this could be not really reaching the ground because of some dry air in the mid levels of the atmosphere, so it has to saturate all the columns of the air to really start to see that reach the ground. But I think that will start to happen as we get into this evening as the snowfall moves into Des Moines. Omaha, it's a close call. Looks like a mixture of rain and snow as we go into the evening hours. And then as we go here into the overnight, I think we change over to snow in Omaha for a several hour period. And then same thing here in Des Moines. I think it's still snowing. Heavier snow bands moving through Des Moines as we go into the overnight hours. Snow starting to break out there in northeastern Missouri, western and northern Illinois as we go into the 3-4 o'clock hour here tomorrow morning. And then very heavy snowfall bands moving across Iowa, northern Illinois, and southern Wisconsin going through the heart of the day on Saturday. Some of these snowfall rates could be 1 to 2 inches per hour, which could make travel difficult to impossible at times. And then we see that snowfall moving more into Michigan, northern Indiana, and northern Ohio. Once we get into overnight Saturday and into Sunday morning, it's going to be a rough go of it there across Michigan. Now, here's the national blend of models of snowfall taking you through 7 a.m. on Monday, December 1st. And the pinks are still showing up, which means well over a foot of snow is possible with this system. And zooming it in here, this is the output, right? The national blend is usually a more conservative model, giving you a mean of snowfall because it takes all the models and puts it into one composite. So you can see widespread 12 to 18 inches of snow from Iowa into southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, including the Rockford area, Madison, and Milwaukee, northern Chicago, and then back over here towards, say, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, and the University of Iowa, back into Des Moines, as we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that area. That seems to be the bullseye. The latest forecast we do see here for me is that in the yellow area there, northeastern and eastern Iowa, southwest Wisconsin near Platteville, and then down into northwest Illinois near Galena and Freeport, down to Clinton, in Iowa. That's where 12 to 15 inches of snowfall is expected on my map. In the red, that is 9 to 12 inches. So anywhere in the red or yellow could see as much as 12 inches of snowfall from this system, and then some of that could actually spread into Michigan as well, with up to 12-inch totals there going through the day on Sunday and Monday. And you can see winter storm warnings have already been posted across portions of the Midwest in pink. That's where we expect the heaviest snow to be. Winter storm watches still need to be considered to either turn over to winter weather advisories or be upgraded to a winter storm warning for northern and central Indiana, northwest Ohio, and southwest lower Michigan. That may happen later on this afternoon. Now, let's look here at the cold air as it dumps over the fresh snowpack early next week. Our temperature anomalies are going to easily be 30 degrees below normal there, starting meteorological winter on Monday. And wow, it's going to be a cold one. Heading out to the bus stop for school, make sure to bundle up. Heading out to work, make sure to start your car early because it's going to be very chilly out here. Sub-zero wind chills, especially the further north you go toward North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. 15 to as much as 20 degrees below zero with our wind chills starting off the work week there on Monday. Again, make sure to bundle up. Winter coats, gloves, scarves, hats, everything like that will be needed. Now, the tropospheric polar vortex will remain locked in place into the Hudson Bay and eastern Canada, and that will be our cold air source heading into the first full week of December. And that colder air, again, over that fresh snowpack will just amplify it even more. And our temperature anomalies, again, a good 20-25 degrees below normal for the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, up into the Northeast, going into the first week of December. And you can see the Arctic blast. We got one that comes through on Monday, even stronger one comes through later next week. And then we just see every 48 hours or so, just a Arctic blast coming out of Canada from the tropospheric polar vortex and kind of pivoting its way through the northern and northeastern United States, really, again, every 48 hours. Our jet stream, here's the 500 millibar jet stream, and notice that we see a lot of activity. See these colors start to pop up here, the oranges and reds. That's an energetic jet stream here in the east, which means more winter storms are likely heading into the first week of December. And this could be a little bit further south this time. As we put down the fresh snowpack, each system is likely to be further south. It's the step down process, and I feel that's going to occur as we go into next week. So here's the European model, Monday, December 1st. There's our next low pressure starting to get going here into the southern plains. This is going to be bringing some snowfall perhaps to the Ohio Valley, and then really starting to get together with a closed low off the mid-Atlantic coast and off the coast of Cape Cod. That could bring some snowfall to especially New England, but even at the very least, a rain-snow mix for the I-95 corridor, and that could be heavy at times. And then we see a third system potentially developing off the northwest flow next weekend through the Great Lakes region. That could re-aggravate the lake effect snow. Here's the American GFS model. Again, very similar, although a little bit further north with this. This would bring more snow on top of what we see this weekend by the middle of next week to Chicago again, Peoria, Indianapolis, and Detroit. So we'll have to keep an eye on the track, but it definitely brings a bigger snowstorm to New England. More of an ice threat there on the I-95 corridor, and then near coastal areas, Cape Cod, Jersey, down there toward mid-Atlantic, the mid-Atlantic, and like Atlantic City, Delaware, those areas. We're going to be seeing potentially more rain with this early next week into the middle of next week. And then here comes that third system again with more lake effect snow. So right now, focus on the placement here of the system, not so much on the snow totals, because this will change a million times over the next few days. But giving an idea here of the European model placement, gives a pretty decent swath of heavier snow across the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and down the Appalachians there. GFS model, obviously more bullish with that here across New England, with more of an ice threat and then more rain near the coast. So we'll be keeping close eyes on the placement there. But on the warm side, down near the Gulf Coast, through portions there of, say, the New Orleans region, Mobile, Montgomery, down here into Pensacola and Panama City, all the way up to Columbia, South Carolina. It's going to be all rainfall, so I think we're going to see some heavier rains on the order of 1 to 3 inches going through the first week of December out there, and some thunderstorms. As we go into the second week of December, the colder air will still be spilling into the United States. Every 48 hours, we're going to see these Arctic blasts move in behind our winter storms. That'll continue as we go into the middle of December, and then even toward Christmas, there could be another colder air outbreak across the eastern U.S., moderating trends in the plains. And then as we go in towards the new year, I think we start to see that quick rebound in our temperatures we talk about as we had that sudden stratospheric warming event. That quick spike in that rebound in our temperatures will come back. This could be a thawing period as we get toward the new year. We'll keep eyes on the trends there. But overall, if you're hoping for a white Christmas across the north, your odds are very likely this year that you could see that, especially here across the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, New England, southeastern Canada. Looks to be a pretty good bet that we have a white Christmas this year. The further south you go climatologically, those chances dwindle just because you're further south. Warmer air's easier down there. The Gulf is warm, so it, you get a stronger low pressure system, it'll warm you guys up. But if you get that colder air to come together with moisture, you could get some snow down here in the southern states like Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, the Carolinas, just in time for Christmas. And that's what we'll be keeping an eye on here with my latest forecast. Thank you all for watching. Again, make sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up so more people are informed about the winter storms coming up over the next couple of weeks. Also the cold air. Subscribe to the channel. We'll have another video forecast update for you likely later on today to update you on the winter storm, the latest information there. So subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you are notified when I do post my videos and live streams here to my YouTube channel. Share it, hype it. Also follow me on Facebook for quick weather updates as well on there. That's what we'll be doing. So thank you all for watching. That's all the weather I have for you today, and have a safe rest of your Black Friday out there.